As you can see, today I am not in a kitchen, I'm not in a bedroom, I'm not in a living room. So I finally have my own little studio to record my teaching videos, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I have this bookshelf that I set up yesterday, and many of the shelves are still empty, but that's okay. I've got time to keep adding stuff. And right now, I've basically just got books and some games. And what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at one of those games. I'm not going to explain the rules of the game because it's quite complicated. However, this game called Codenames is about creating connections between different words and thinking about the different meanings that one word might have. So today, I'm going to choose one word from this game, and we're going to talk about it. So we've got these words in this bag. And we've got two words. It's backwards for you, sorry. But ham and draft. Let's talk about draft. So draft. So draft can be several things. The first thing that I think about is writing. So there's a draft in writing. There's also draft beer. And there's also a military draft. And there's also draft, which is related to wind. So in this video, we're going to talk about these four meanings of the word draft. So the first one I said was a draft in writing. So when you are writing a paper, or writing a speech, or writing an email, usually, if you want it to be good, you write the whole thing first, but you know that it's not perfect. You know that you still are going to make some changes. You know that you are going to find some mistakes that you need to correct. So that first copy of your writing is called a draft. So that's the first type of draft, a draft in writing. Next, I said draft beer. So beer is often in a bottle or a can, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes they pour it for you at the restaurant, and the thing that they pour it from is called a tap. But when you ask about the beer, you often say draft beer. So you might ask, do you have draft beer? That means, do you have beer that's not in a can, not in a bottle? Draft beer. However, honestly, for me, I usually say on tap. So if I go to a restaurant and I want beer, I might ask, what beers do you have on tap? And yes, I added an S, beers. Beer is uncountable, but when you mean types of beer, you can add an S. What beers do you have on tap? Or what draft beers do you have? Okay, the other one was a military draft. A military draft is when you recruit people to become soldiers in the military, and those people do not have the option to say no. They have to become a soldier. So the United States has not had a draft in a long time. However, we could in the future. When you are 18 years old, you have to sign up for the draft, which means I agree that if there is a war, I will go help the military in that war. And you don't have an option to say no. That is a draft. The other one was wind. So wind and air are both uncountable. However, when cold air comes into a building from outside, maybe somebody forgot to close a window and now you can feel cold air coming through your house, that is called a draft, and it's countable. Again, wind, uncountable, air, uncountable, but a draft, countable. And again, it just means cold air coming from inside. So, oh, did somebody forget to close a window? I can feel a draft in here. I'm a bit chilly. So yeah, those are the 4 ways that we use draft. There might actually be a few other ways, but those are the ways that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Also, off the top of my head is an idiom, and it means right now, using my own mind, no dictionary, no resources, just thinking quickly right now. Off the top of my head, I can think of 4 ways to use draft right now. So there's a draft in writing, there's draft beer, there's a military draft, and there's a draft, meaning cold air coming inside. Yeah, please let me know what you think about this video. I'll probably do some more like this because I enjoy looking at these different words and thinking about the different meanings that one word can have. Thanks for watching.